Hey there. How are you doing? Are you okay? Well, the second you texted and said that you were feeling kind of lonely and that you wanted some company, I just dropped what I was doing and I packed up a whole bunch of stuff into my tote bag and I just headed right over because I wanted to give you some encouragement and just hang out with you and, make sure that you weren't feeling so lonely anymore. So I'm just really glad that I could come over and I hope that you're doing okay. Do you want to talk about how you're feeling and, what's making you feel lonely? Oh, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, sometimes, it's just hard. Sometimes we just feel like we wish we could have a little bit of companionship and just a little bit of extra attention for ourselves, and you totally deserve that. You totally deserve to have special attention paid to you and special things given to you because you are important and you are such a valuable person, and I just want to make you feel good today. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you invited me. Thank you for letting me know how you were feeling. I'm always happy to help you whenever I can. I always like to make you feel good. And if you want, I can just show you the things that I brought. And some of them are things for me to leave with you so that you can have them later on in case you're feeling lonely later on and you need something to perk you up a little bit, and we can just kind of hang out and have some fun together, and I just thought that might brighten things up for you a bit. Okay, cool. Well, the first thing that I wanted to show you, I couldn't put into my bag because I didn't want it to get smushed. But before I came, I ran out into my garden and I picked this bouquet for you. Yeah, these are all from my garden. I know, even though it is September, and you might think that the flowers are starting to fade, and some of them are, but there are still a lot of beautiful things in bloom. These are zinnias, these round ones, and there are a lot of different colors and kinds of zinnias. There are these more ruffly ones, and then these more daisy-esque ones. And then this is a little kind of a rosette flower. I'm actually not exactly sure what this one is. And then this is a snapdragon. And I love snapdragons. I just think they're so cheerful. And these are the ones, let me see if I can find one that will do it. This might make you smile. These are the ones that if you can find one that's willing to do it, you can kind of make them talk. You can kind of squeeze them and say, "Hello, I am a snapdragon." Okay, I don't know if he's really wanting to do that one. Maybe, okay, here's a better one. "Hello, I am a snapdragon. How are you? I would love to be your friend and help you not feel lonely." Okay, well, if I'm making you laugh for my ridiculous silliness, then that's a good start. I really love snapdragons, and they always make me smile. So I put them in this pretty blue vase for you, and you can just keep this, and I'll, get it back from you sometime, whenever. No big rush, because I know for me, flowers are something that just always brighten my mood, and having a little nature in your room can be really, really helpful if you're feeling a little down or a little bit sad. So these are especially for you. Okay, cool. Should I just put them on the shelf? Okay, I'll just put them back here. And There's plenty of water in the vase right now, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe tomorrow, give them a little bit of fresh water. Yeah. Okay, so flowers first. That's always the most important thing. And then, oh my gosh, you're going to crack up at me, but I really wanted to bring you some snacks and some food because I know when I'm feeling lonely and maybe feeling a little down, sometimes I don't feel like cooking or don't feel like it's worth the effort to make myself food. And it's so important for you to keep yourself nourished and to make sure that your blood sugar is level and that you're not getting hungry or hangry or anything like that. I always say I don't really get hangry, but I get hangxiety. If I'm hungry, it makes my anxiety worse. I know. So I wanted to make sure that you had just some quick snacks and things that you could have to eat that would be easy. And I didn't really want to take time to go to the store. I wanted to get right over here to you. So I just went through my pantry and pulled out some random things for you. So I seriously went shopping in my pantry and just put things in my tote bag here. So don't laugh at the randomness of things, but these are all things that I think you would like. So first, I know one of the things that I love as a comfort food when I just want something easy and something kind of savory are noodles. And you like noodles too, right? Yeah, okay, I thought you were kind of a noodle person. So I brought you these ramen. Yeah, this is a pretty crinkly package. These are organic ramen, and these are shoyu flavor, which I think is just like soy sauce flavored basically. And what's great about these is that they only take 4 minutes to cook, and they really do only take 4 minutes. Just boil the water, and then once you put them in, set the timer for 4 minutes, and then they really will be done. Sometimes, you know, noodles take longer than they say on the packages, and you're waiting around. And I want you to have noodles on demand. Noodles on demand. So I actually brought you 2 packages of these because I had 2 in my pantry, and I thought I wanted you to have a little supply, so this would be at least 2 good lunches or snacks that you could have. And yeah, you can add extra things to them if you want to add, some veggies or, anything extra that you have. Some mushrooms would be really good, and sometimes something like this will just get me inspired if I'm not really feeling like cooking. If I have like a base of something I can work with, then it gets me going a little bit and makes it seem not quite so daunting to make something, healthy and nourishing for myself. And I feel like, sometimes like snack foods are good, but sometimes having something hot, like a hot meal, can really, really be nourishing. So I brought you these ramen noodles, and they're really good ramen. They're organic and they have a really good flavor. They have a liquid broth packet in them, not just the powdery kind, so it makes a really good broth. And they're vegan, and they're not fried noodles, which is interesting. I guess that makes them a little bit more healthy, but they're still really, really tasty and savory. So, okay, I'll make you a little pile of groceries over here. There's your noodles. That's the first thing. Okay, what else do I have in here? Okay, are you ready? Peanut butter. So I wanted to make sure that you're getting some protein, because that can be another thing that is important for keeping your energy up and feeling good. And this peanut butter is so yummy. It's Santa Cruz organic, and this is the crunchy kind. Is that okay? Okay, I thought you liked crunchy. and it's their dark roasted peanut butter spread, and this is no stir. So it's all natural, but it is well incorporated. You know, some of the all natural peanut butters can get pretty separated and oily, and you really have to stir them a lot to get them mixed together. This one is really easy. This one is already really well mixed. And so, like I said, I raided my pantry for you. So I have to admit, this one already has one scoop taken out of it from when I made a PB&J the other day, but it's mostly full. And I figured you wouldn't care. I didn't have one that was brand new. And I really thought you would like this. So I went ahead and brought you the one that is a little bit used. But yeah, doesn't that smell nice? It has such a nice, fresh, peanutty smell. Yeah, it's really good ingredients. And I mean, this is just so good. Just, you know, have it on a spoon, whatever. Make a PB&J. I've been spreading it on my zucchini bread lately that I've been making. Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I could come over and show you how to make zucchini bread. It's so easy, and there are still so many zucchinis right now in the garden. I mean, they'll keep going into September, so yeah, sure, that would be fun sometime. But for now, I want you to have this super nourishing peanut butter. What do you like to put peanut butter on? Do you have anything in particular that you like? Oh, that's a great idea. That sounds yummy. Cool. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I just kind of opened my cupboard and I was like, what would they like? What would I want to eat if I was feeling a little lonely and just needed some nourishment and a nice fulfilling snack? And I thought peanut butter would fit that bill pretty well. Okay, cool. So you've got peanut butter and noodles. Actually, if you took a spoonful of this peanut butter and mixed it in with the broth on those ramen, then you'd have like peanut noodles. I've never done that, but now I'm getting ideas. That sounds pretty good. Okay, peanut butter. And then, let me see, what else do I have in here? Well, I did want you to have some things that were just, you know, super easy, no effort. So I brought you a few granola bars. These are Kind breakfast bars. I never had these before. I just got them recently. Yeah, there's two kinds here. There's a cinnamon with almond one, and I have two of those. And then there's a chocolate with almonds one, and it says they have a plant-based oat milk drizzle. Yeah, so they have this kind of icing drizzled on one side, and you can't really see it through the back, which I think is kind of a fail on their part. But the whole back of it is also dipped in this kind of like icing, the oat milk drizzle. I had one of the chocolate ones, and it was really tasty. So I just thought that these would be good too. It says, do the kind thing for your body, your taste buds, and your world. That's kind of silly, but I wanted you, you know, to just have something that would be really easy. And they are good for breakfast or any time. And they're pretty nourishing for what they are. They have pretty good ingredients. Yeah, what do you think? Do you think you would rather try the chocolate one first or the almond one first? The cinnamon one, I guess I should say. They both have almond. Yeah, there's cinnamon and then there's chocolate. There's this browny purpley. Is it purpley? Yeah, maybe it's more brown. Burgundy wrappered one. And then this blue wrappered one. Yeah, they're both pretty tasty. Yeah, and then I thought this way you'd have something. You know, you can keep these if you don't want to eat them right away. They're good. If you go out on a walk or a little hike or something, which can also be really good for lifting your spirits. I just thought they might come in handy. So I've got 3 of those for you. The 2 cinnamon and the chocolate chips. Chocolate with almonds. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I didn't want to neglect beverages. So I brought you 2 different beverages because I wasn't sure if you'd be in the mood for something cold since it's been a little bit warm these last few days, or if you'd want something that was warm and comforting. And I thought maybe later this evening or, you know, tomorrow morning or something, you might want something a little more cozy. So I brought you 2 different beverage options. The first beverage I brought you is this can of coconut water. And I love to drink coconut water when it's hot. Have you ever tried it? Well, it's really, really nourishing. And this one was actually in my fridge. So it's cold right now. If you don't want it right away, we'll stick it in your fridge here in a little bit so that it can stay nice and cold. But this is a pretty big can of it. If you don't want to drink it all at once, you can just drink like half. And I've, you know, put this in the fridge. Even with it uncovered, it'll be fine until the next day. But I find when it's hot, if I'm feeling really, really kind of parched, this is so nice. Yeah, it tastes coconutty, but it's very light. Yeah, it's not like coconut milk. It's not that heavy. And this is C2O coconut water original. And it doesn't have any like chunks of coconut. Some brands of coconut water have like bigger pieces of coconut in them, and I don't know, I think that's a little weird. I don't really like that. So this is a nice smooth one for you. And yeah, it is good to shake it up. It's good to shake it up before you drink it, because sometimes it can get a little bit separated. Yeah, but I just wanted to make sure that you're staying hydrated, you know, because sometimes when we're feeling crummy, like being dehydrated really doesn't help anything, and sometimes you can feel a lot better just by making sure you stay hydrated. Sometimes that can make you feel a lot more energetic. I'm really getting into this. Yeah. Shake it up a little bit. That's another good thing to do, you know, if you're feeling a little blue, is just shake your body a little bit. Shake your hands, move your head around. Yeah, do the coconut water dance with me. You know you want to. Do the coconut water shake. I told you, I said, I was going to make you smile. Even if I have to be silly about it. Because your smile is beautiful and I love to see it. I do. I hate to think of you being sad and blue and feeling alone. So I want you to know that you are not alone. No, I am here with you. And even when I'm not here with you, you are connected. You are connected to nature and to other people. And you are part of a wonderful tapestry of the world. So don't you forget that. Well, okay, now that I've gone totally wild with this coconut water, wow. Yeah, you know, give you a little bit of sound therapy here too. That always can help. It says, sourced from freshwater coconut groves to produce a signature blend with exceptional flavor and taste, never from concentrate, electrolytes, and plant-based hydration. Cool. Okay, well, I'll put this over here, and like I said, we'll get it in the fridge here in a little bit later on so it can stay nice and cold for you. And then the other thing I brought, I think this is my last item from my pantry, I brought you this tub of hot chocolate. So if you decide later you want a hot beverage, you can make some hot cocoa. And this hot cocoa is from Equal Exchange. It's organic, it's a fair trade cocoa, and it's so yummy. And this is one that already has milk in it. It has powdered milk in it, so you don't even have to add milk to it. You can just make it with hot water, and it's still really rich and good, so it's super, super easy. And if you do want to add some milk to it, you know, that just makes it even more rich and nice. But hot chocolate is one of my most favorite yummy beverages. And this tin is pretty full. Again, it's already opened. I've already used some of it. Here, I'll let you smell it. Ooh, now it's a little bit, I got some on the top since I shook it up. Yeah, doesn't that smell nice? It smells nice and chocolatey. So, be a little careful with that when you open it later. I'm getting a little wild with things, shaking them up. Well, hanging out with you makes me happy. Makes me excited and full of energy. Yeah, so yeah, I could totally make us some hot chocolate later before I go. That would be fun. Hot chocolate would probably go well with those granola bars or with a peanut butter treat, maybe with some peanut butter toast. Do you have some bread? Okay, good. I didn't have any bread to bring you. Yeah, that might be a good outing for you. You could go to the bakery and get yourself a nice loaf of bread. Because you deserve it. You deserve to have something fresh and tasty and homemade. Okay, cool. Alright, so the hot chocolate. Okay, well, I think that is all of the food and snacks I brought you, but I hope that you enjoy those. I hope that that will help you make sure that you keep yourself hydrated and keep yourself well fed and nourished when you need it. Okay, well, believe it or not, I have more stuff in this bag. It's like a Mary Poppins carpet bag. More things just for you. And the next thing I brought you is this really nice sage room spray. Yeah, it's kind of like an aromatherapy spray. It's made with essential oils. It's from Mountain Rose Herbs. I love them. Their stuff is so nice. And I feel like sage is just so good for clearing away negative energy and old stale energy and thoughts, and It's very, very fresh and stimulating, and just always makes me feel better to have a little scent of sage when I need a pick-me-up. Do you like the scent of sage? Okay, I wanted to make sure I brought something that you liked, because not everybody likes every scent, but I thought this would be a pretty good one. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and spray a little bit of it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't want to spray it like right in our faces, but oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Oh, that just perks me right up. Here, I'll do one over a little closer to you. Yeah, I'll do it on this side too. Oh, that's nice. And it also smells a little bit like Thanksgiving or something like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and I'll just leave this with you, okay? Yeah, you're welcome to use it. There's still, I'd say it's about, yeah, it's over halfway full. These last forever. I've had this spray bottle for a long, long time. For a long, 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 long time. So you can use as much of it as you would like. Okay, so I'll leave this with you too. I'll leave it over here. I've got all this food over here. Put these things over here. Don't worry, I'll help you. I'll help you put all this stuff away so that it's not just out all over your house, but I had a lot of things I wanted to share with you. So the next thing I brought was this puzzle for you. And I thought this was something that I would leave for you. And then that way, later on or tomorrow, or if there's another day when you're feeling a little lonely or you need something to occupy yourself, I think a puzzle can be a really nice way to distract your brain and focus on something, and then feel a nice feeling of accomplishment when you get it done. And I love these little puzzles. I have a few of this style, this series of puzzles, because they only have 100 pieces, and so they're not that complicated to put together. They're kind of, I don't know, they're probably about that big when they're done. And each one of them is themed like a magic potion or a magic spell. And I'll show you up close the picture on this one so you can see all the details of it. It's really pretty. Yeah, this is the Good Fortune potion. There are these pink bunnies on here and this brewing, steaming cup with the potion in it, and some morning glory flowers, and the house, and the sunrise. And each one of these puzzles has a little sort of potion or spell on the back of it. And I think that's so fun. So the Good Fortune potion, which I just thought would be very appropriate because I want you to have good fortune, says, "The morning after meteors find morning glories on a vine, ringed rocks along a river's shore, a penny that has lost its shine. Brew with smoke and stir till brown, milkweed and an antler found. West-facing lichen from a tree will bring you luck, add gingerly. Now watch for a coincidence to counter cosmic dissonance." So I just thought that was really cute. You can hear the pieces in there. I could take the lid off and show you. Yeah, see, there's the pieces inside. And they're not, they're not teeny tiny. They're not teeny tiny, but they're not too big, so, They're not too difficult to work with. There, that one I think has a pink rabbit ear on it. And I just thought this would be fun. And you know, when you're feeling a little lonely, it can be fun to have a little project to work on or something, but you know, nothing that's too high pressure or too high stress or stressful. So I just thought that having a puzzle to work on might be fun for you. Yeah, you never know what I'm going to have in my goodie bag, that's for sure. Okay, so I brought you this puzzle, and then I also brought you a book. Of course I brought you a book, are you surprised? This is one of my favorite books. First of all, I just love the linen cover of it, just aesthetically. It's a really fun book to read and makes me feel very literary when I read from it. And this is the Poetry Pharmacy, Tried and True Prescriptions for the Heart and Soul by William Sieghart. And it's just such a neat concept for a book where he lists a whole bunch of different feelings and emotions and situations and ways that you might feel, and then he prescribes a poem for each of those situations. And it just made me think of you when you said you were feeling lonely, because a lot of the poems in this book have helped me if I'm feeling sad, or if I'm feeling lonely, or a little stressed or anxious. I find a lot of comfort in poetry, and this is just kind of a neat way to enjoy it in a very bite-sized kind of way. So I marked, as you can see, I marked a whole bunch of my favorite ones in here so that you can check those out. And of course, you know, any others that you want, I'll leave this with you. But let me see, I'll read you a few of them if you want. Would you like that? Okay. A little poetry reading never hurt. Well, this is one of my absolute favorite poems of all time. It's called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. Have you ever heard this poem? Well, the first time I ever read it, I will admit it made me cry. And he says that this is for feelings of self-recrimination, alienation, loneliness, regret, or self-loathing. Those are all yucky feelings to be stuck in, and they happen from time to time. And this poem really is a comfort, and it's one I read often. So this is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. Yeah, so just remember that you always have a place in this world. There is a place just for you, and you are special and valuable and important. And you don't have to be good or be perfect or be any particular way. All you have to do is be you, my friend. And that is enough. Yeah, that's really powerful, isn't it? I really like that one. Let me see, what else did I mark in here? Let's just see. There's quite a few. Oh, I like this one. This is called Love After Love by Derek Walcott, and he prescribes it for inertia when alone, feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, need for self-care, and self-recrimination. Love After Love by Derek Walcott. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself, arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, "Sit here, eat." You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you all your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. I just really like that one, the idea of loving yourself and giving your heart back to itself, and that your heart has always loved you if you will just accept that love. So that's another good one. Okay, let's do one more. This is the one that I first marked for you, because this is the one that he actually prescribes for loneliness. Oh, you know what? I take it back. Two more. I want to read this one first because it's only a few lines. Although the Wind by Izumi Shikibu, translated by Jane Hirschfield with Mariko Aratani. This is just a few lines for feelings of brokenness, for fear of vulnerability, for self-isolation, and I just think they're so powerful. Although the wind blows terribly here, the moonlight also leaks between the roof planks of this ruined house. So even at the times that we think of ourselves as being a ruined house and the wind is blowing terribly, the moonlight also still leaks in. I just love that. Although the wind blows terribly here, the moonlight also leaks between the roof planks of this ruined house. So good. I mean, I could just read you poetry all evening, but one more, because this is the one he prescribes for loneliness. And it is from My Brilliant Image by Hafez, translated by Daniel Ladinsky. And again, it's just a few lines, but it's very powerful. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Isn't that beautiful? That's one to copy down and put up on your mirror. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. Yes, that includes you. Yes, it does. You have an astonishing light. Your being has an astonishing light. You are so valuable. You have so much to offer, and you are so important to this world. So don't you forget the astonishing light of your own being. Okay, well, I will leave this poetry book with you as well. So if you need a little more poetry medicine, you can have some. And like I said, I marked a few other poems in here that I really like, so you can check those out if you want. I'll put that over here to the side. Okay, one last thing in my bag. One last thing. This is the last thing. I brought my Green Witch Oracle deck, which is an oracle deck with all sorts of cards of different plants and different sentiments to go with those plants. And I find them very inspiring. And so I thought it might be helpful to you to have a plant to inspire you. And so I brought this so I could draw a card for you. And I'll leave the card with you. We'll see what it is. That's always fun to see what will come out. And maybe you can, sit it up somewhere to give you some inspiration if you're feeling a little low. So let me open this up. I'll take out the cards, and then there's a little guidebook in here that gives explanations for the cards. And they're just simple little explanations. It's really the cards themselves that are so pretty. So I'm just going to shuffle these out. And here, maybe I'll do it like this. I'll hold them out to you, and you choose one. You choose one that you want, okay? From anywhere in the deck. Okay, which one do you want? That one? Okay, all right. Well, you chose... Excellent! You chose the Lime of Luck. Well, that's a really fun one. Especially if you're feeling a little lonely and a little down. It shows that luck is on the way for you. That's a really, really good one. I don't know if I've ever read about the Lime of Luck before. There's the lime, and some feathers, and a little bracelet here, maybe a prayer bracelet, and it's number 31, in case that has any significance for you in any way. Well, let's read about the Lime of Luck. That's so neat. Let me see. Lime of Luck. There's a quote to go with each one, a quotation, and it says, "Many things grow in the garden that were never sown there." Thomas Fuller. Oracle meanings. You may find you are right in the middle of a situation at present, or that something is stuck in circles, and this could be caused by overreactions or too much interference. It's time to let things progress at their own pace. Limes bring luck with them, so take a chance and be ready for the ups and downs this energy brings, but know that time is on your side. Don't overplan and be open to letting complexities unravel on their own. And its correspondences are awareness, harmony, inspiration, and protection. Oh, I think that's lovely. So If you're feeling stuck, just let things progress at their own pace. Be patient with the ups and downs, and know that time is on your side and you don't have to overplan things, that complexities will unravel on their own. Wow, like I said, I don't think I've drawn that one before, and I feel like that's an excellent, perfect message for you. So I will leave with you the lime of luck. I'll put it over here with your poetry book, okay? All right, excellent. Okay, well, that's everything that oh, and you know what? On the underside here, I always look at the bottom of the deck. We have the fennel of strength. And fennel is one of my favorite veggies, and I love that it corresponds with strength. So, also know how very strong you are. Yeah, and if you're interested in working with this deck, I can totally just leave the deck with you for a while as well. I love sharing my oracle decks with people, and you can discover some more planty magic if you want. Okay, well that is everything from my bag of tricks. It's like totally empty now. So I'm going to set it over to the side. And so how are you feeling now? Are you feeling a little bit brighter? Okay, I know it's really hard when you're feeling lonely or feeling sad and feeling like things aren't going your way, and maybe that nobody understands and nobody really sees you for who you are. That can be so frustrating. So just know that whatever you're feeling is okay, and you don't have to push away your feelings or try to reject them or fix them. Just, give yourself some space in your heart to feel what you feel, and then as you're ready, you can gently kind of release the grip that those feelings have on you, and maybe make a little space for some new energy to come in. And that can really help sometimes. So before I go, I was thinking if you wanted, I could give you just kind of a little face massage to help you relax and, kind of calm down your nervous system a little bit. And, just having a little bit of personal attention can always be nice if you're feeling a little down or a little lonely. Does that sound good? Okay, so do you mind? Is it okay if I come in close to you and touch your face a little bit? Yeah, I love to give a little face massage, so I'm just going to massage your forehead a little bit. Massage your forehead a little bit. Yeah, we'll just wipe away those worry lines. You can just unfurrow your brow there. Yeah, let it be nice and smooth and relaxed. And then I'll scrunch. I'll scrunch a little bit on the top of your head. pressure points on your earlobes, up around the sides of your ears, and then your forehead one more time, and then scrunch, 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 scrunch on your scalp a little bit more. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. Okay, close your eyes again. I'm just gonna kind of gently brush my hands over your face. Does that feel okay? I hope that's not too weird, but I find it really relaxing when somebody does that for me. Because you can just kind of release, 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 release. Okay, and then I'll just do a little bit more massage on your face all over. Oh, that's great. Yeah, you can open your eyes. Does that feel good? Yeah, sometimes just getting a little bit of stimulation on your face can feel really good. And you can do that for yourself. You can do a little bit of tapping on your cheeks and your jawline. And, you can do it on your arms. Yeah, just give yourself a little bit of stimulation sometimes, a little bit of self-touch. I find that brushing can be really relaxing, just kind of brushing the yucky feelings away. And then, even if you're by yourself, you can still give yourself that nice nervous system relaxation. Like I said, yeah, you can brush or you can tap. And then, of course, you can always just give yourself a nice hug. Just squeeze your arms and kind of massage your arms a little bit. And that can really help because, sometimes I know for me, if I'm feeling lonely or feeling kind of ungrounded, I can feel a little bit disembodied sometimes. And so just getting back into my body with some physical sensation can be really nice. Yeah, sometimes I'll just massage my arms like this, take a few deep breaths, and just say to myself, I am here. This is me. I am here. This is me. I mean, it might seem a little silly, but sometimes that can go a long way to making us feel more embodied and less alone. Yeah, do you want to try it? Sure, why not? Like I said, we can pat a little bit, and we can brush a little bit. You can figure out which one of those sensations you like the best. We can squeeze a little bit, and then just give ourselves a hug. I am here. This is me. I am lovable and valuable and irreplaceable. That's one of my favorite mantras, and it's true about you. You are valuable and lovable and irreplaceable. You can say the words in any order that you want, but those are all important things. You are lovable and valuable and irreplaceable. This world really, really needs you. So even when you're going through challenging times and, things can seem tough, just remember what an important citizen of this world you are, and that I care about you, and that there are a lot of other people who care about you, and the world itself cares about you. The earth cares about you. The air cares about you. The heavens care about you. And there's a divine power that cares about you. So you just take care of yourself, okay? See, I could do this. I could do this self-embodiment practice all day long. It can feel really nice. And even just, rubbing your hands together like that can feel nice. And reminding yourself of the energy in your hands and the energy in your feet. That can be really grounding. So, okay, well, we have tons of stuff that we could do now. We could put together a puzzle, or we could have a snack, or we could read some more poetry. And you can come back to these things whenever you need them, and I will be here to help you feel better and not feel lonely. Okay? Well, I'm really glad that we could spend this time together, and you just remember how important you are, that it's really important for you to take good care of yourself, for you to get a lot of rest, for you to rest well, and whenever you need to, you can call on me, and we'll see each other again soon. Yeah, this was really fun. I hope you'll keep feeling better. Remember how special you